So, guys, there's this topic that I've been, or actually it's more of a discussion or a debate that I've been wanting to open up with you guys and know what your views and opinions are regarding that debate or that argument. And that is Supermoto versus Sportbike. For one reason I'd like to open this debate up is I don't know what to get. I don't know if I should get a sport bike, and I don't know if I should get a Supermoto. I'm just totally I'm with both bikes. Like I like Supermotos for some things, and I like sport bikes for some things. But you know, the thing with me that no matter how many advantages I found over for Supermotos over sport bikes, I just can't get the idea of having a sport bike out of my head. Even though I found, or many people have told me, multiple advantages that I'll be having when I own a Supermoto over having a sport bike. Plus the videos I see from Garden Snake and Armenian and whatnot. But there's just something I have that's about, you know, that's with sport bikes. I just can't get the idea out of my head of owning a sport bike. It just drives me crazy. Oh, yeah. Cut me off. Hello. Anyway, so let's jump straight into this interesting debate. Let's jump straight into it. So, sport bikes versus supermotos. Let's get into it. Okay, why are you braking so bad? Oh no, I don't want to get through water. I want to get through water. It's a good thing I saw that water, because I hate riding through water. It just gets me slippery. It's scary. Check out that old Mercedes. Where are you going, boy? Anywho, guys, so sport bikes versus supermotos. Now, let's start with pros and cons of a supermoto. For one, supermotos, and from everyone I've talked to who own both a supermoto and a sport bike, supermotos are way more fun. They're more fun, and from the videos I see, yeah, truly, they are more fun than a sport bike. So that's one thing. Now another thing would be, they are more durable, more reliable than a sport bike. For instance, if you end up dropping a supermoto, I mean, dropping a supermoto isn't such a big deal when compared to dropping a sport bike. I mean, if you drop a sport bike, even if you just drop it on its side, you know, even if you weren't moving, if you just drop it on its side, that's a huge deal. You gotta go look for, you know, you can just break yourself a important piece of the motorcycle by just dropping it on its side. You can just break a metal or crack a plastic, crack one of your fibers or whatever, and you'd have to pay a shitload of money just to get a new fibers or new body parts or that new part that you broke. Unlike supermotos are not as breakable or very durable, very heavy duty, very reliable. I mean, I personally had an experience with dropping a dirt bike before, and I had nothing happen to that thing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it was a hard drop. It wasn't like something easy to handle. It was a hard freaking drop. It was a long drop. Oh, that was my friend's house long ago. That one. Man, I miss that guy. He left. So yeah, anyways, yeah, so supermotos are a lot more durable. They're a lot more fun. They're a lot more reliable. They're heavy duty. On the long run, when it comes to maintenance and whatnot, I guess they're even cheaper than sport bikes. For a fact, some of them look way cooler than a sport bike. Yeah, some of them do. I mean, I've seen some supermotos that look so freaking cool. When compared to a sport bike, I mean, from some of the supermotos I've seen, if I was given the option to either choose that supermoto or choose a sport bike, I would definitely go for that supermoto that I saw. I'm an idiot with Allen keys. I'm an idiot. Let me just drop that Allen key. It's not even the perfect size. What size is it? I never get used to. Oh God, come on. Which one? Which one? This one. I'm gonna go crazy right now. This is driving me nuts. Stupid mirror. No, it's not this one. It's not this one. It's the huge one. But why wouldn't it fit? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Back on topic with you peeps. So yeah, for some fact that some supermotos look way sexier than sport bikes. At least some that I've seen personally, they look way better. What else? Yeah, and on the long run, they're cheaper. They're cheaper with maintenance and whatnot, you know, and if you ever try to look for parts, the parts are even cheaper. It's because they're just, I mean, supermotos, they're meant for hardcore riding, you know. If you're a hardcore rider and you want a bike that you just shouldn't care about or shouldn't be worried about if you drop, that's what supermotos are for. They're just for strong, hardcore, freaking, you know, reckless riding. But still, to me, owning even though I've laid down a lot of advantages that would convince you otherwise to buy a supermoto, I just never seem convinced. Probably it's because, you know, riding a sport bike is just different. It has a soul to it. It's like, I mean, first thing I ever heard was the rev limiter of a sport bike. And to me, that was just pure orgasm. It was just pure love, you know? It's just like you listen to something and you fall in love just like that on first listen, on first sight. Seeing for the first time, the only thing I saw was sport bike stunting. I recently got to know about supermotos, like really, really recently. When I started watching YouTube and whatnot, then I started seeing supermotos. But first, before that, all I searched about was sport bikes. I never searched of a supermoto. I never even had a supermoto laid down in my options. So you would imagine, for a guy like me, what sport bikes would mean to him. You know, I mean, sport bikes are, just as I said, they have a weird soul to them. They're just weird. It's weird. You know, the soul or the feeling you have on a sport bike is just weird. I mean, you have a machine that's capable of a lot. Oh my god. I mean, I'm literally on an edge right now, you know. I'm on an edge. To the right of me is a sport bike, to the left of me is a supermoto, and I need to choose one of them because that edge is about to break. And if I don't choose either, I'm just gonna fall off. And the edge is gonna cut me or hit me or whatever. So I'm literally I'm on an edge right now. That edge is about to break. And it's not any edge. It's the edge of glass. And underneath that edge of glass is lemonade syrup. Concentrated lemonade syrup and with salt in it. And it's gonna cut me. If that thing breaks and I don't choose a bike, that thing is gonna cut me. And I'm gonna fall in that lemonade syrup. And you guys know how much that hurts. You guys know how much it hurts to have lemonade poured on a glass, cut glass. And it's gonna be deep. And it's gonna hurt. So literally, I need your guys' help. I need help. If I was going to get a Supermoto, I'm probably getting a KTM. Just look at that balance, bro. Not even putting my foot on the ground. Yeah. I'm probably going to get a KTM in the Emirates. That's if I go. A KTM 690 SMCR. That's the bike I want if I was going to get a Supermoto. If I was going to get a sport bike, it was going to be a 600cc, but I'm not sure which one it will be yet. If I find, I'm just going to get whatever I find, but it shouldn't be that expensive. It should be adequately priced. Probably gonna search for a used sport bike, and if I find one that isn't counted as expensive, then I think I'll go for it. However, if I still will get a Supermoto, then it will be a KTM 690 SMCR. Oh yeah. So yeah guys, I mean, I just need recommendations. I need a strong breakdown. I know I haven't laid down disadvantages of a Supermoto, but you know, a disadvantage of a Supermoto would probably be it's not as powerful as a sport bike, and the feel, to me the feel is different, you know, being on a sport bike. You know that, I'm gonna tell you exactly how it feels. Being on a sport bike is like being in bed with Kate Upton. Yeah. Being on a Supermoto is like having Kate Upton in front of me, but there's a glass barrier, and I just can't break through that glass barrier. It's probably just how I feel. And probably I'm just being an idiot. Because usually people follow what other people recommend. I mean, and I see that, I mean, Armenian has an R1 that he hasn't been riding for a long time. I mean, I haven't seen him post any videos on the R1. I mean, in comparison with the Yamaha, he posts videos with the Yamaha every single time. Unlike when he's with the R1, he just doesn't post any videos with the R1 anymore. And he also got a comment one time asking him if he rides the R1 anymore, and he just doesn't. He doesn't ride the R1 anymore. He only rides his Yamaha all the time. Which legitimately means that a Supermoto is the perfect option. Yet I still feel like I should be getting a sport bike. Help me guys. Help me because I'm lost. Alrighty guys, so that's all I wanted to tell you, and I will catch you guys on a later video. Later peeps, take care.